Boom! Here we are at the top right. In red is the Protoss player. He is 0-3 in this group. It is the player from Team Liquid. It is
Liquid Hero.
I was cutting it close. And he really needs that. I think he really wants that win right now. He doesn't want to end up with 0-4.
Of course not. It's a pride thing at this point for him. His opponent, top left,
MVP DongRaeGu.
MVP DongRaeGu, and you know, this guy, of course, needing the win more badly to get out of this group than Hero at this point.
But his chances are quite slim if we look at the statistics. They played each other already 10 times and DongRaeGu won 70% of those encounters. DongRaeGu was also able to win the last one when they met at DreamHack, and before that he decided the match at MLG Rally in his favor with 4-3. And at one of those games they also played on Shakuras and DongRaeGu took that game. So the odds are stacked against Hero. He might be able to pull back in this match, but we have DRG now with his pool right now. And will Hero be able to take that match? We're going to have a quick look at the Nexus first.
Yeah, he looks like he's going to go Nexus first here, definitely. And that's even with scouting the early pool. So he feels pretty comfortable with it on Shakuras at these positions. It's not within the without it's not impossible to go Nexus first even if your opponent goes pool first. It's actually completely doable.
And while we are having the small fight between the probe and the drone, once again we want to remind you that the new ticket system on www.gomtv.net is up. We have more passes for you guys. There's a premium GSL Premium Pass, a Premium Plus Pass, and a GSL Lite Pass. You have a lot of options what you can go for. You can go for yearly subscription as well, and if you purchase a yearly Premium or Premium Plus ticket, you get the free Blizzard Cup HQ ticket as well. So definitely make sure to check that one out. A lot of people have been waiting for that, have been asking in the GOM forum when it will finally be the case. So now you can go for the yearly subscription as well. And Hero is going for the gateway block, something that we haven't seen for quite a while, but
yeah,
lately...
it's been a long time.
Yeah, lately it's getting more popular again.
It is getting more popular, and you know, I have to say, it's arguable as to whether or not it's worth it. I think in this case, since he went for the Nexus first, it actually delays the Zerglings a little bit, but more importantly, he's got the early Nexus up. He can actually afford to just spend a few minerals getting that gateway down. You know, he has to lose the pylon as well, but it's just an awesome decision, I think, to go for that.
And he's really safe. Even if DongRaeGu would have decided to move out, he had the choice between trying to get that expansion or moving out with the Zerglings and trying to sneak in his opponent's base. In a situation like that, obviously DongRaeGu won't be able to kill Hero because that cannon was already up. But we have one sneaky, the third base is being built right now. And what we've seen quite often is that the Protoss player tries to cannon the third base, but Hero is in position with a probe at the second base right now. And that might be
it's possible
deadly
for him to try to cannon. And no Zerglings there, and he's actually going to do it, guys.
And that is one thing that I really dislike about Zerg players lately, that they don't think that they need that second Overlord at the expansion spot. They try to get into a position to scout their opponent's main base, and DongRaeGu will be punished for that. The cannon is being built, and he does he have the vision? He has vision! He has vision on the cannon!
But he has no Zerglings out, Caldor. This is going to be really tough for DongRaeGu, and it looks like he was considering cannoning the third base as well. That's where his Zerglings were. The units coming in. The Queen has damaged the Photon Cannon slightly. Man, Hero making a huge commitment here, actually making a fourth cannon. He cancels one of them, while the second cannon is about to finish.
No. He won't be able to go through that. Hero won't get a single cannon up. DongRaeGu defending against that cannon rush. And this was just so close. Hero misplaced that cannon just a tiny little bit, and the Queen was able to spot the cannon.
Yeah, wow. A tough break there for Hero. Losing the pylon as well actually puts him at supply block. He did send a Zealot to harass the third base. There are no drones there just yet, though.
Oh, this is so bad for Hero.
Yeah, he's way behind now.
It looked really good. I mean, for a while I really thought he could kill that second base and that DongRaeGu would be punished for not leaving an Overlord hovering above the hatchery. But just a small misplacement with that cannon ends that push attempt in favor of DongRaeGu. And even though he's losing that Overlord now, what can Hero do now? He's getting the +1 attack upgrade. He tries to go for gateway attack. but DRG obviously knows that this is one of the few things that Hero can pull out the hat now in order to end that game in his favor, and he will prepare accordingly.
Absolutely. You know, right now, Hero's stuck in a position where he needs to hit a nice timing with his gateways. He's already got the 4th one, finishing up right now, but he just... You know, a 4 gateway attack is not going to kill the 3rd base, considering that DongRaeGu's got Zerling Speed already on the way, Roach Warren on the way. He should have enough units to hold this and keep his 3rd base alive, and from there he's going to have a huge lead. Can Hero take a 3rd base right now? Not really either. It's too risky for him. He doesn't have an army to defend it. He's actually building a pylon on the right side of DongRaeGu's base. It's actually not close enough to warp onto the high ground, and Zerling spots it. Yeah.
Worst case scenario, and I have to say that the results of Hero today really disappointing given his recent successes, and I have to wonder if it's actually... Oh, is he able to kill that pilot in time to stop the wall? No, he's not, but the pilot is dying nonetheless. But the thing that I've been wondering about is if that's basically due to the flight schedule as well. The time schedule for a lot of players recently has been so packed, and they have been flying from A to B, participating in so many tournaments, and that might be one of the reasons why Hero is struggling today.
Yeah, it may absolutely be it. A lot of Zerglings popping out here, but he wants Roaches, not Zerglings, to deal with these Zealots. Gonna try to surround. It looks like he's getting a decent surround, taking out the Stalker. The Roach doing extra damage. A few more Roaches about to pop out, but Hero still with a decent amount of Zealots right now.
+1 is done, so all the Zerglings die, and more Roaches are being built right now, and with the dodging drones, he is now in a position where he can take on those Zealots. Getting another macro hatch, 72 supply for Hero, losing those Zealots without killing the Queen. No micro there for DRG, could have saved that one. Against 90 supply for DongRaeGu, and DongRaeGu is getting so much tech. Roach speed, +1 attack, Spire at the same time, another Queen, Roaches. Wow, that guy is going for every single opportunity that he has. And
in the middle of the map.
In the middle of the map, what is that?
You guys will see something very interesting. Well, these Zealots are actually able to do a decent amount of damage over here. It could have been much worse, targeting down some drones there. But in the middle of the map, on the watchtower, we have 2 photon cannons and 5 sentries. He really wants that tower, wants to keep that forward pylon alive. He's got a warp prism out to do some harassment as well. A Colossus on the way to follow things up. I'm really curious to see what Hero is going to do with that warp prism. Well, it's clearly going to be a sentry drop. But
I think he's going to try to block the ramp. He's going to try to block the ramp. That's why he wants the Xel'Naga watchtower. He needs to make sure that there is no scouting going on, and this is the last desperate attempt. If he's able to get in there, blocking the ramp, but he's heading for the upper part of the base, it doesn't look like he's trying to do that. He's trying to go into the mineral line, I guess, man.
Yeah, it looks like he is going to go to the mineral line here, and this attack is going to be relatively successful, but he's so far behind, he doesn't really need to try to kill drones. And good 2 Force Fields going to trap a decent amount of drones. He's actually going to warp in more units here. I'm not sure if I agree with that. And he does end up canceling them. Loses the Warp Prism, though, and in total, not killing a ton of drones. In the meantime, in the middle of the map, Roaches are taking out those photon cannons.
That's the final blow to Hero. He won't be able to recover from that. It would take a miracle for him to win that game after all these setbacks that he had to endure. He just, every single thing that he tried in this game failed. He tried to go for that cannon attack and it failed. DongRaeGu spotted it. He went for the pylon. DongRaeGu spotted it, was able to take it down after the first 4 Zealots were warped in. He spotted the Warp Prism in time. He took it down. He was not able to save the sentries. The middle of the map has been taken by DRG as well. No 3rd base for Hero. DongRaeGu on 3 bases, nearly doubling the supply of his opponent. Not quite, but soon enough. And he's already going for the Corruptors, while
that's
Hero's now playing the Colossi.
The only thing Hero had going for him was, well, I've got some Colossi out. I've committed a lot to my Colossi, but that would be something that he had going for him only if DongRaeGu wasn't already completely prepared. In total right now, he's got 8 Corruptors already out on the map.
Yep, the tech of DongRaeGu is quite impressive. He's going for Borrow, he's going for +2 attack for the ranged units, +1 attack for the Flyers. This is just looking horrible for Hero right now. Oh god, this will be so tough for him. Will he be able to fight back? He needs to get a win. He needs to win one of these fights if he wants to prevail. But DRG is not stupid enough to attack into that bottleneck position.
No, he's not, man. He's a very smart player indeed. Trying to attack your nice Force Fields by Hero, but that's not going to keep his Colossi alive.
He's not even trying to retreat with them. The Force Fields were well done, but 2 Colossi already dead. He's going for the 3rd, taking that one down as well. The Roaches attacking the Stalkers and Sentries. Hero down to 96 supply against 170. 17 more roaches being built for DongRaeGu. Oh god, Hero.
Hero, there's nothing he can really do at this point. He's trying to back up. DongRaeGu with over double the supply. He's going to lose some Corruptors here, but he's making a Nexus that's quite bold considering his situation right now.
DongRaeGu just plays perfect, and Hero have already said that he played so many tournaments that he had to travel to lately, and that schedule might have taken its toll. Hero definitely not in the shape that we've seen him play in the last few weeks. So he is now down to 103 supply against 180 from DongRaeGu, and the Zerg player going in for another attack, trying to take down the Gateway army of Hero, and even though, well, that one force still was doing him a good, the third phase will never see the day of light. GG! Hero is 0-4 in that group.
Yeah, very unfortunate for Hero, but well played by DongRaeGu, shutting everything down from the Warp Prism harass to the cannoning to a Zealot run-bys at his third base to that pylon.
Oh, look at him.
Yeah, he's got to be very frustrated with his results today, and I think a lot of it is indicative of the travel, like you said.
Yeah. He must be really exhausted after that.
Yeah, of course. I mean, most people out there, most of you guys watching have not traveled around the world like as often as Hero has, and some people out there, like a lucky few of you guys have like been to another country, you know. But Hero has actually been to so many countries in a short period of time. He's probably so tired of it. You know, not only are you tired from the travel itself, but you lose a ton of practice time. You can't practice while you're traveling to all these events. You just can't do it. It's impossible. It's not possible.
Yep, and therefore Hero is 0-4 in the group. Definitely something that we didn't expect coming into this first group of the Blizzard Cup 2011. And we are heading straight into the next match apparently, which is going to be MVP against Stefano.
This should be another awesome match. Can MVP take out Stefano? Stefano has been showing a lot of really new, interesting upgrade styles in this matchup. We'll see if he goes for that type of style or if he's going to try to switch things up, because I'm sure the Koreans have been trying to study him, figure him out. Not a lot of Koreans have played against Stefano yet.
And I actually think that this group is kind of getting tense. The situation in the group, we have MC with 2-1, we have Stefano with 2-1. What about DongRaeGu?
DongRaeGu's score actually...
DongRaeGu is on 2-1 as well, and MVP is on 1-1. If he takes the next game, there will be 4 players. No, actually, then Stefano will be on 2-2 and might be eliminated.
Yeah, that's actually possibly going to be the case. That is a pretty tense situation.
This is a really tense situation right now, and
I have to take this time to say that I think Stefano's hairstyle is really cool. I think it really suits him. I actually just have to say that. Like, no one's actually come out and said that, but I have to come out and say, you know what, Stefano's hairstyle is really cool, and I think it really suits him. I have to say that.
Looking at today's games, I think isn't MVP on 2-1 as well right now already? I think we missed one of his games in our calculation.
Yeah. I believe so.
Yeah, he is on 2-1 as well, so now or never. Both players need a win in order to make sure that they advance, and Stefano is going to face MVP on Shakura's Plateau. Zerg versus Terran. Korea against France. Coming up in a few seconds, ladies and gentlemen. Stay tuned. This is the Blizzard Cup 2011.